Hello and welcome. Now today is all about how to get the dimensions for your boxes using our online generator. It's really easy to use and you get fantastic results every time. So let's crack on. One way to get to the online generator is by using the QR codes on the side of the box and in our instruction manual. So today we're going to be creating a bespoke box for this little tub of Sizzix crystal paste. So this is where the QR code will take you to our Sizzix website, and if I scroll down I come to an icon which says Start Creating. So I press that and it brings me down to my box generator, below which is our envelope generator, but we cover that in a separate video. Bringing up to our box generator, every 3D shape has 3 different dimensions: width, height and length. And I need to make sure before the start that I'm in centimeters or inches, depending how I like to work. So I'm switching across to centimeters. So we have length, width, height and also lid depth. So now we're going to take our measurements, and I want a box that's a really snug fit. So the first one will measure the length, and that's coming out at 7 centimeters. So I shall pop that into my generator like so. Then next we're going to do the width. This is obviously circular, so it's going to be exactly the same dimensions. So that is also 7 centimeters. And finally the height. Now this one's coming out at just under 4.5. So I'm going to keep that at 4.5 because I want to use 0.5 of a centimeter increments. So we'll go 4.5. Now the last one here says lid depth. What does that mean? Well, basically you can have a very shallow lid like this one, or you can have a much deeper lid like that one, and indeed all points in between. But today we're doing a lid which is the same length, so it completely covers the base. And if I just slide that out, you'll see it's a beautiful snug fit. And there we have it. There's our box. Perfect. So the height of the box is 4.5, and that is going to be my lid depth. So let's pop that dimension in there, 4.5, and I'll move this up and press Generate Now. And that brings out these figures. So my stock size, and when we say stock size, that means the size of the cardstock I need to cut, and that is 16 by 16 centimeters. And my score measurement is 4.5. So this is where I'm going to score the box. And what we should end up with is something like this. So this is 16 by 16, and these are my scores, and each side they're 4.5, and that should give me a perfect box. So now I'll move down, and these are my lid measurements. Now remember our box was 16 by 16. The lid is 16.2 by 16.2, but our score line is 4.5, which is actually the same. Now the reason it's 16.2 is that the generator adds 0.2 of a centimeter to your lid size so that we get a really snug fit. If it was 16 by 16, it would be too tight. And this is the difference between the two. The lid, as you can see, is 0.2 of a centimeter around, and that makes all the difference. First thing we need to do is get our stock size, and when the measuring tool is at the top here, that means I'm in trimming mode. So I'm going to slide this into place till the card meets the 16 centimeter point there, and I'll make my first cut. Then next I'll twist that through 90 degrees, bring it back to 16, and then I have my second cut. So that is now my stock size, which is 16 by 16. So now I want to convert the machine into scoring mode. So I bring that all the way around, and I'm going to take my fold and form tool, which sits in this lovely housing here, and I'll place my stock against the measuring tool. Now, I notice on my phone that the score is 4.5 centimeters. So I move across the top until I come to the 4.5 mark, and I make my first score. You don't need to go too heavy when you're scoring. I'm going to take that all the way around, flipping it through 90 degrees every time and making my scores. So now we have our box cut to size, we've made the creases, and now we need to turn some of these edges into tabs to put our box together. And I'm going to put the measuring tool back into position, so now I'm back in trimming mode. And this is the channel down which the blade runs. And I need to make sure that my creases are in line with that channel. Because what I'm going to do here is bring my blade down and stop at this point. And that is one of the advantages of a trimmer. You can actually cut to any given point. And I'll turn that around through 90 degrees, and I'll repeat the process here. First one, and then the other. And so here we have those wonderful tabs which will allow us to glue our box into place, cut cleanly and accurately using our trimmer. So let's start making our folds, and I'm just going to use my fingers to fold these over, and I'm going to get a really clean deep crease by bringing my fold and form tool across like so. And we'll do that all the way around our box. Then once I have that, it's time to secure the tabs. Now today I'm just using my hot glue gun. You can use tape, you can use PVA, whatever works for you. We all have our different preferences. And they're really clean, really crisp, and perfect to accommodate our crystal paste. So to complete our box, all we need to do is repeat the entire process using the lid measurements. So now we have our box and the perfect lid to fit on top of it, and you can see it's a lovely snug fit. Now, of course, the generator automatically adds 0.2 of a centimeter to the lid, and the reason for that is if you created one that was the same size, it's simply too tight. You can't get it on, and it's going to crease the box. So for a perfect, clean, crisp, professional finish, we always add that 0.2 of a centimeter. And there she is. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it was informative. The online box generator is so easy to use, and you know, whether you're going from the smallest box up to the biggest. It's entirely up to you, but you will always make the right size for the gift that you're wishing to send. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you again soon.